Recording in progress.
Alright, this is a special meeting of the City Council of the City of Holiday Island. It's January 5th at 9 a.m. We'll call the meeting to order. Let's start the meeting with the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, roll call.
Councilmember Dumas?
Here.
Councilmember Elwood?
Here.
Councilmember Graves? Absent. Councilmember Mills?
Here.
Councilmember Pittman?
Here.
4 members present, Mr. Mayor.
Alright, I declare a quorum. Do I have a motion to approve the agenda?
Make a motion, we approve the agenda as submitted. I'll second.
We have a motion by Ken Mills and a second by Lynn Dumas. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Agenda is approved. We have no minutes. Any ceremonials, recognitions, proclamations, or memorial? Hearing none, we'll move on. No reports from committees at this meeting, no old business. We'll move on to new business. Resolution 2022-001, approving dispersing officials for the reserve fund. Wes, would you read the resolution?
Yes. Resolution number 2022-001. A resolution approving dispersing officials for the City of Holiday Island General Reserve Fund. Whereas at the 12/20/2021 meeting of the Holiday Island City Council, Ordinance 2021-029 was passed establishing a general fund reserve for the City of Holiday Island. And whereas there is a requirement that the general fund reserve have persons authorized as dispersing officials, and whereas in keeping with the past practice of requiring 2 signatures to make disbursements from city accounts, now be it resolved by the City Council of the City of Holiday Island that the Recorder Treasurer, the Mayor, and 1 dispersing official appointed by the Mayor and approved by the City Council be designated as authorized dispersing officials for the City of Holiday Island General Fund Reserve. Signatures of the authorized dispersing officials shall be recorded on an approved signature card at the bank, passed and approved by the City Council of Holiday Island, Arkansas on this date of 1/5/2022. And I note that, where was that? It said town.
First sentence in the first whereas.
Yeah, I'm not looking at the right one.
You read a different version than I have printed.
Well, I read it as,
Okay.
oh, there. Yeah. I'm looking at the first line. I read it as city, so my purpose.
So we need to modify before we sign that.
Yeah.
Let me see. I don't know how many years we're going to be a city before I can draft an ordinance or a resolution without town showing up in it somewhere.
But anyway,
Alright.
it should be town. I mean city.
So I'll entertain a motion to approve the resolution, and if seconded it, we'll open it for discussion.
Move to approve the resolution.
Jerry makes motion to approve the resolution. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
10 seconds. Is there any discussion? If not, we'll call for a roll call vote.
Okay, Councilmember Dumas.
Aye.
Councilmember Elwood.
Aye.
Councilmember Graves is absent. Councilmember Mills.
Aye.
Councilmember Pittman.
Aye.
All in favor, Mr. Mayor.
All right, the resolution passes. Also make that correction, we can sign
Right.
copies. All right, moving on to the next agenda item is, as the resolution stated, we have to appoint somebody as the third dispersing official, in case either Wes or I are absent and, we need a signature. Linda Graves is the third dispersing official for the other accounts. I asked her if she would also do that for this account, and she agreed. So I would like to appoint Linda Graves, subject to, the council approval.
Make a motion, we approve Linda Graves as the dispersing official for the reserve fund.
Ken Mills made a motion.
I'll
Do I have a
second it.
Pat seconded it. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Yeah, ayes have it. Linda's got another job.
Okay.
Pretty minor one though. All right, moving on then to approving the contract with K-Field Consulting. Everybody I'm sure knows, but I'll say this to get it into the record. You know, the traditional old planning commission that had been issuing building permits for all these years has ceased to function. The city has taken. Yes?
Dan,
Yes?
hello.
We're here.
Go ahead, we can hear you.
Your sound is not coming through at all. Zero. Every so often, up, and that's about it.
Can you hear me now?
Can you hear us now? Well, I don't know where to change or check it. Microphone on the webcam.
Hey, Lynn,
We'll try this. Okay, does
Lynn,
it,
can you hear me?
I can. Does this microphone work better?
If you change your mic for the meeting to the webcam, you'll get it. I think you're getting sound through your computer.
Okay, it's set for webcam now.
Oh, okay.
Can you hear me? Obviously you can hear me, right?
I can hear you.
Go ahead, try it, Dan.
Doug, can you hear me now?
That's good.
Okay,
Yeah, I could hear you a little bit, but not very good.
all right. I changed the microphone.
Yeah, all right. So, the old planning commission has ceased to function. The city is taking on the responsibility of issuing building permits now. However, we don't have a building inspector to actually do the work yet. We're starting to advertise for one in order to bridge the gap between now and when we get our building inspector on board and that person is up to speed. Doug Taylor and Nikki Finefield have graciously offered to act in an advisory capacity to help us during this transition period. We've gone through a couple of different iterations of a contract. The last issue being that Doug and Mickey wanted some wording in the contract that the city would indemnify them, against any problems that might come up as associated with their volunteer work or practically volunteer work. I ran that by our city attorney, who got stuck in Hawaii over the holidays.
Poor baby.
Tough place to be stuck. But,
He wasn't drinking my ties when he gave that opinion, was he?
but anyway, he's delayed a couple of days in getting back to the States, but he did check his email, and he told me that the sentence in the original draft of the contract where the city would indemnify Tayfield had to be taken out because it's violates the Arkansas Constitution, Article 12, Section 5. And so apparently cities aren't allowed to indemnify companies. So I reworded the contract yesterday, I guess, or maybe late the day before, to make it more specific that Tayfield is acting solely in a council or an advisory capacity to the city building inspector, and we'll get to that in a minute. That way, they're somewhat, insulated from any kind of issues, because they won't be signing any city documents or issuing any permits or anything like that. So the plan is, subject to council approval, that since our building code allows me to appoint or to hire or appoint a building inspector, subject to council approval, what I would like to do is appoint myself as building inspector on an interim basis. And then I would attend all of the meetings with Mickey and Doug. I would be the one actually signing all the building permits. So the permits would be signed by a city official. That I think will work satisfactorily until we can bring somebody on board. So with that, I guess I could read the contract into the minutes. It's not that long.
Can we ask a couple of questions, just out of curiosity?
Sure.
You ran it by council and they took the one sentence out, but I'm assuming since they're conducting strictly city business, they'd be entitled to the same municipal immunity that we would? And would that mean that they'd be defended by the same?
No, I don't think as a contractor to the city, I don't think that they would be covered under the same.
Well, we'd almost be vicariously liable for anything they did. That's why I wondered if the municipal league would pick up their defense. It's not, we may not need to discuss that today. I just wondered if the council brought any of that up.
The fact that they're not saying anything or.
Yeah, I think it's very remote anyway.
All they're doing is making a recommendation.
So anything would come back to the city rather than.
Yeah, but attorneys can be really imaginative.
Oh, yeah. Well, they can sue anything.
I didn't know if the municipal league would pick up their defense as a city function. Yeah, I mean, it seems extremely rare, but they're limited.
I don't know what the municipal league can and can't do.
Well,
all I know is that the city cannot indemnify a private company.
Well, the municipal league will defend us under certain.
well, defend us, yeah.
And
And that's a city function, that's what I'm getting at.
right. So
And we'd be vicariously liable for their, I would think, since they're an agent of ours. So we may actually be in, well, never mind, let's not go there.
Let me read the contract. Contract for consulting services effective January 7th, 2022. The City of Holiday Island is contracting with Tayfield Consulting to provide advisory services relative to the duties as described for the building inspector for the City of Holiday Island Building Code. For this agreement, those responsibilities include examine and advise on the approval of any application pertaining to the construction, renovation, or extension of buildings, signs, or structures, and to advise if the application conforms to the provisions of the building code, advise as to the compliance with the building code and other applicable zoning requirements, and advise the applicant of issues pertaining to an application. Written notice stating the reasons for denial will be provided as required with any building permit that is denied. Advise as to the revocation of approvals where provisions of applicable codes are being violated. Hayfield Consulting will specifically not issue any permits, provide inspection services, or issue occupancy permits. Hayfield Consulting will be in attendance during the regular office hours 1 day per month for consultation of applications, and will from time to time attend scheduled appointments to review applications. The City of Holiday Island will provide the necessary space, equipment, and materials for conducting the meetings. A member of the City of Holiday Island Planning Commission will attend all meetings. Compensation will be made in the amount of 1/2 of the revenue received from permit fees and will be paid monthly by the 10th of the month following the service period. It is understood that Hayfield Consulting is not licensed to do building inspection and as such is not responsible for the enforcement of the building code or other ordinances once construction has begun. This agreement shall terminate on April 30th, 2022, but may be extended by agreement of both parties. The agreement can be terminated by either party with 30 days written notice. So, any other questions, comments? I think this is an incredibly generous offer on Mickey and Doug's part to help us make sure that we get off on the right foot, that we don't mess up.
Are they gonna, as not terminating an inspection with it, are they going to make any kind of provide any kind of
Oversight of the
oversight
actual
to see
construction?
that people actually are doing what they said they were gonna do?
No, they didn't before, and they're not going to going forward. If we want inspection done, we'll have to hire maybe one of the building inspectors from a neighboring town to come and do inspections for us.
Hopefully, I would think we wouldn't have to do that. We can get something permanent in place before.
Yeah, I've been told that if you don't have a licensed inspector, that it would be difficult to defend a stop work order. So if I go out on the job site and I see something I don't like and I issue a stop order and I'm not a licensed inspector, I may have trouble defending that in court. So if we need inspection to be done, there's 3 licensed building inspectors in the other 3 cities in Carroll County. We can always talk to one of them about coming over on a hourly basis or whatever and do inspection. But in the final analysis, any construction project, any place, is dependent on the integrity of the contractor, and I believe that even says that in our building code somewhere. So, any other discussion? Mickey or Doug, do you want to add anything?
Mickey, you'll have to unmute your microphone.
I just turned mine back on. It looked fine to me. I think it'll work really well, and we're just happy we're able to help.
Make a motion, we approve the contract.
Okay, Ken made a motion to approve the contract.
I'll second it.
Pat seconded it. Any further discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, the contract is approved. Now, I would like to appoint myself as the interim building inspector. Do I have a motion to approve me as the interim building inspector?
He didn't look great.
I make a motion that Dan, appoint Dan as the temporary building inspector at a pay of $0.
Oh, you had to add that in there. I'll second it.
Is this over and above the $0 I already get?
You double.
Give us a 10% raise.
Alright. Jerry made a motion, do we have a second?
I said I'll second it.
Ken seconded it, any further discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Alright,
Have you got a tick list of your jobs yet or not?
I was gonna be at the meeting anyway, so signing the building permit, is no big deal. Okay, that's, moving on, public comments. We have the public here, any comments?
3 of them.
I have a question. Ken Brown, 7 Cypress Point Lane. I've been to many of the planning commissions previously, but let's say that somebody comes with a 2,000 square foot house, 3 bedroom, 2 bath, and so forth. Well, approximately what was the building fee, the permit that you need?
It's $24 per,
Dan?
yeah?
Just make it, could you repeat the questions? We have a very difficult time hearing any conversation.
Alright, Ken, why don't you come over to this chair here, somewhere closer to the mic.
Apparently that microphone and the camera.
Okay, Ken Brown, 7 Cypress Point Lane. I attended several of the planning commissions and meetings in the past years, but what would an average building fee be for, let's say, a 2,000 square foot home, 3 bedrooms, 2 bath? What would a builder have to pay now the city of Holiday Island for that? What would building fee, permit fee be, approximately?
I didn't know there was gonna be math today. The building fees, the fee schedule is in the building permit on the website.
Okay.
And I think it's $24 per 100 square feet.
Okay, good. Thank you.
480.
With a minimum of $400, I believe.
Yeah, a minimum of $400.
Okay, thanks a lot.
Which by any standards of any other city in anywhere, our fees are incredibly reasonable. The city basically adopted the fee structure that the old planning commission was charging. We don't want to make it punitive to build houses in Holiday Island. We want to encourage house building. As time goes by, we may have to adjust those. I think the fee structure should cover at least the cost of the building inspector. So, I don't think the city needs to make money on the fees, but we certainly would like to break even on it. So after we get a little more experience in what it costs to actually have a licensed building inspector and do the inspections and everything, then maybe they'll be adjusted. But for now, they're incredibly reasonable.
Thank you.
Any other comments? All right. Scheduling, when did we have the workshop scheduled? The brainstorming workshop?
Next week, I believe.
January 13th, I think.
Next week.
On the minutes, we have the next meeting, special meeting for goal setting workshop, January 13, 1 p.m.
Okay. I didn't put that in my phone, so I lost track of it.
That's the council, right?
That's
City Council
And what's the
workshop.
planning commission meeting?
Planning Commission meeting is next Tuesday, the 11th at 1 p.m.
And we'll be getting the agenda.
Is 1 p.m.
on that
also
this week.
in?
Yeah.
Okay, come on now.
You said that was
You get those on
13.
there.
13th at 1 p.m. is a workshop. And then we have from the minutes, the next regular meeting is January 18th.
All right,
at 6 p.m.
any other scheduling to consider? Any announcements?
Do we want to talk about these ads of what we want to do?
The what?
The ads.
Oh, we can, yeah.
Well, Dan asked me to check with the publications and the ad that he wrote up for building inspector and code enforcer. Anyway, I sent it to him last week, heard back from him Monday and as late as yesterday. We could run, this is per week, in the Lovely County Citizen. It's pretty lengthy, 200 word classified, for $55 and change. The most expensive was the Carroll County News and their free publication, the Ozark Trader. It runs $167.19 for both those publications for 1 week. And the Greek Springs Independent is $59 and change per week. And that I talked to Dan yesterday. He said go ahead and get it in that one, so it'll be in this week's Independent. And we just need to know if we want to go with any of these others.
Okay.
A question. The municipal league, I see, advertising in there for employment.
I did not check with them.
So you don't get a wider audience, I don't know.
I can check that out, but
It says classified ads are free to league members, so it wouldn't cost us anything to get it in there.
okay. When I get home, I'll call and see how quickly we can get it in. The one in the Independent, I guess they go to press today and mail this afternoon.
What is Northwest Arkansas?
I did not call them because you're gonna be talking hundreds of dollars.
I just wonder what.
And, we need to hope that we can hire somebody local. Because we're not gonna pay the kind of wages that's gonna attract somebody here from Fayetteville or Little Rock or something like that. We're not gonna pay relocation, we don't have the money to do all that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
We need to find a retired or wanna-be retired, licensed electrician or licensed plumber or building contractor that wants a nice part-time job. And, so we'll hit the local media first. And for the record, we're not taking any action on that. This is a special meeting, we can only take action on the agenda items, so that was for information only. Okay, anything else?
I was wondering, at the last meeting, we approved changing the posting location for ordinances from the office to the sign out by the clubhouse. Are we getting
We haven't ordered anything yet.
okay,
It's on the to-do list every time I walk past it, I think I need to do that.
okay.
So hang it in the city office until we get it.
That's what I'm doing.
There you go.
Alright. Okay, motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Jerry made a motion to adjourn, do I have a second?
Better second that.
I ain't sitting here all week.
Second.
Ken seconds it. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? We're adjourned.